closed?
It should probably stay open. It starts to get a little
That's fine.
toasty in here. Okay. Can everybody hear me? Oh, man. Fantastic. Okay, we got sound. We got a special guest today, Coach Tom, going to help make this a little interesting this morning. So first things first, now this is completely optional, only if you want to. If you've got your Whoop on, you're going into Whoop, you're going to see your home screen. And from there, you're going to hit that start activity. And what the hell, I'll start activity as well, even though I'm not doing anything. Sort of a baseline control group, if you will. And so 3, 2, 1, and now it's recording our heart rate, and you're going to get an individual strain score for this workout that's not independent of your day, but it'll be a different score than your day overall, if that makes sense. So knock that out if you want. Looks like Tom's doing the same.
Trying to.
And then whenever y'all are ready, let's start off with 20 jumping jacks. Regular old jumping jacks. Tom graciously sparing me from a tough workout this morning. With the additive incentive to work hard, build up that strain. And from there, let's get straight leg march. We got 5 each side. This is always a nice bonus, allows me to do a little more coaching because I'm not like trying to share blood between my brain and my muscles. So opportunity to call out a couple of things. Let's get some toe touchers. Hinge, reach, load up that hammy. You'll notice Tom is doing a lot of nasal breathing, like almost exclusively nasal breathing. Easier said than done. So if you've been trying to do that, doing it during the warm-up, very helpful in just building up that habit while things are a little more mellow. Obviously quite a bit more difficult when you get into things. Get into the thick of the workout. Let's go nice and wide. We got sunrise, good mornings, wide feet, big circles. We're going 3 each way. And once you get 3 each way, feet go back to neutral. Let's get 5 squats, your regular go-to squat. And then following that up with arm series, nice and loose with the arms, 10 apiece. And so we'll get our normal warm-up. We'll get some strength in positions, just a couple of band activities, a little bit of midline. And then we've got a long one today. We'll review all the movements, knock it out, and then we'll have, probably 8 to 10 minutes at the end, get some nice deep stretching in. Let's get 3 J curls, rolling down nice and slow, tuck the chin, take your time. Each rep, you're trying to take 10 seconds on each one. Slow down, allow those arms to dangle, a couple of deep nasal breaths at the bottom, roll back up nice and slow. Knees are staying locked out through the duration. Rounding of the back, all totally fine. Locking out the knees may limit your range of motion. That's totally fine. That's kind of the point. Let's find that end range in that posterior chain and slowly build some length and control over time. Once you got your 3 passes, we're going to build that tension back in with some good mornings. Find about your squat stance. Hands go behind the head. Gentle pressure on the back of the head. Coming through, squeezing the hips. And just for reference, I can see Tom's strain out of the corner of my eye. You may see yours on your phone. I can see mine. Mine's at 0 because I'm just standing here. Tom's is already at 4.8. It'll tend to accelerate right out of the gates. You're not going to get 4 points every 7 minutes or so. the chances are you're going to come out screaming and get to that 5 or 6 mark pretty quick. Let's get 5 more squats. And then going slightly wide with the feet, we're going down for baby makers. We want hips high, flat back, driving the knees out. Think of elevating your hips and your shoulders to create that flatness across the back. And then drive the knees out actively with the elbows. Hang out here in about another 10 seconds. And then from there, we're going to drop the hips, elevate the shoulders. We're going into prayer squat. Again, actively drive the knees apart with the elbows. Making some space. We got quite a few squats today. So I want to make sure we're hanging out in a nice, deep, stable position. And let's go ahead and squat out of that. Let's get 10 more jumping jacks. From there, a pass of goat stretch. Just one pass each side. Settle in, get long, get tall, open up. Once you get your one pass, just hang out for a moment. We'll let everyone catch up, get to the same page. Once you're done, grabbing a band, skinny band, orange, yellow, whatever your thinnest band is. We're going palms up, about shoulder width apart, and then star pulls. One goes up, one goes down, return back to the middle. We got 15 each side. Try to get some good squeezes behind you. Elbows stay locked out throughout. Once you got 15 each side, we're going to do one more with the band, but again, we'll just let everyone get caught up, get to the same page. So you can just hang out for a moment. From there, you're going to step inside the band, retain your top loop, go to your front rack and getting 20 band presses. So you're just pressing the band straight up overhead. Going from about clavicle to full lockout up overhead. Not a whole lot of resistance. Tends to be a little spicy on the shoulders, especially as you get to that end range. Cranking out 20. Let's see what we got. This. And once you got 20, you can go ahead, set it to the side, hang it up. We're done with the bands. Well, we're done with probably just that band. More band activities to come. From there, we got supine leg raises. You're going to lay down flat on your back. Hands go underneath your hips to support that slightly pitched up hip angle. And then from there, lifting up both legs. Height is not necessarily priority, basically getting to 90 degrees, but avoiding those heels crashing back to the ground. So some control on the way back down. And we've got 30. Trying to keep your legs as locked out as possible. Drive your heels towards the ceiling. Going to get a little dynamic hamstring stretch going as well. Once you get your 30, post up, hang out, let everyone get to the same page. And once you got 30, we're going to start unpacking our movements, talk about all the stuff we got to do. So in general, we've got 3 sequences. They're all going to abide by generally the same movements with a couple of small wrinkles. So first things first, you're going to get some level of bands loaded up into your top attachment. So we're doing some pike handstand push-ups. This might be a single red band. It might be a bunch of bands. And all I want to see you guys do is knock out 5, throwing the hips in there, and then getting vertical. Even if you're strong here, probably want to have these bands on backup because we're going to be doing a lot of them. Butt up into the air, hands flat on the ground, tracking the head gently forward. So less of a sort of funky push-up and more trying to get as vertical as possible to replicate what it would be like to do a handstand push-up. Let's get 5. Now, based on how difficult this is, have some bands on backup. Chances are by the end of this, you're going to be working somewhere in the neighborhood of like 60 of these. So you probably want some good band backup. Okay, from there, let's get 5 push-ups. Your best push-up, nice and deep. It could be on the knees, could be on the toes, could be in the trainer. I'd say for sake of ease and just getting through it, trainer is probably not the best option, just so you have one less piece of equipment to worry about. So as you fatigue, knees are totally fine. So our first sequence is going to be a combination of handstand push-ups and regular push-ups back and forth. Okay, we'll talk about counts in just a second. Next, you're going to grab a bag or your object, kettlebell, dumbbell, bag, whatever you have at your disposal. And first things first is we're going to get 5 presses up overhead, no legs, just driving up, all shoulder strength. If you've got that kettlebell and that narrower grip, cool. If you've got dumbbells outside the shoulders, cool. If you've got that bag in that front rack position, all objects work the same here. We got 5. Once you got 5, you're loading it up with the legs, and now hoisting up overhead, you've got 5 bag push presses. Should make it quite a bit lighter. That is the goal. This is going to help us sustain movements as we get deeper and deeper into these moving sequences. From there, go ahead, grab your jump rope, and let's just get a quick 10 jumps. You're really just making sure you got space, getting the rhythm on the feet a little bit. A quick 10.
Workout.
Yep. Okay, from there, we're grabbing the bags one more time, and we've got 5 bag front squats. So I'm going to be holding it in that front rack position and going for a front squat. Same thing works if you got a kettlebell. You can hold it in that front rack position. And if you've got dumbbells just outside the shoulders, will work as well. Once you got 5 of those, we're going straight up overhead with it. And we've now got a thruster all the way down, all the way up. Kettlebell, launch up overhead. Bag, maintain your front rack. Dumbbells, same thing. So as we go through this, if you have it precisely one weight option, you may find that like, okay, this is starting to get unmanageable. That's totally fine. I'm going to shout out some options and possible mods as we go through this. Okay, final movement is an air squat jump. You squat, you jump. Let's get 5. Nice deep squat, launch, get a little hang time. Again, as you fatigue, you may find that your hang time gets less and less and less. That's totally fine as long as you're getting some acceleration off the ground. Totally good. Okay, those are all of our movements. How they're going to be organized, it's going to vary slightly. Okay, so first section, all 1-minute segments. You're going to get 10 pike handstand push-ups, so that more vertical type. You're going to unhook from your bands or just change your hip angle and get 10 normal push-ups. 10 vertical, 10 horizontal. 10 vertical, 10 horizontal for a minute. Okay. You could retain your bands and just put your hips down and get regular push-ups. That'd be totally fine. You can hop into the trainer. You can do whatever you need to do to keep that stuff moving. Okay, 10 and 10. From there, we're going to transition 1 minute of 5 bag presses. So no legs, followed by 10 with legs. So this is going to get harder and harder to maintain that no leg version. So again, if you've got multiple objects, great. If you don't, that's totally fine. We'll talk about adjusting some rep counts and things like that as people fatigue. From there, a minute of jump rope. So all these are 1 minute sections, continuous, the same movements. From there, we've got 10 bag front squats plus 5 thrusters. So I get my 10 and then go right into thrusters. Once I've got my 5th one, I go right back into just my plain old squats. Don't expect you to memorize all these. Don't worry. I'll be here coaching you the whole way through. From there, we got 10 air squat jumps. This is probably going to be the one that fatigues the quickest. It just burns the legs like crazy. So totally fine to have your trainer on backup, and you can use this to support some of your weight and keep it moving. Highly recommended if your legs are burnt out and you're just like, I can't move. That's going to help you get through it. And a minute of jump rope to finish it off. So 1 minute at each section. We're going to have a minute rest. Then we're going to go into 2 minute sections. The exact same thing. This is the tough one. This is the workout. Everything is the same except one small wrinkle at the end. Instead of air squat jumps the whole way through, it'll be a body weight squat followed by air squat 5 and 5. Again, I'll remind you of what that's going to be when we get there. Your final section, we're back down to 1 minute. Oop, lost it. Oop. And everything gets simple so it can go fast. You got 1 minute of just the pike handstand push-ups, 1 minute of just the bag push press, 1 minute of jump rope, 1 minute of just your bag front squat, 1 minute of air jumps, 1 minute of jump rope. Okay, and that's it. That's everything. We'll give it just a brief, like 5 to 8 second transition in between each one, just so we can make the most of those minutes. And we'll see how the strain goes. And mine's jumped up to 4. I guess I'm getting amped up on all these movements. Okay, take 30 seconds, organize, get your space situated, loop in another band to have it on backup, throw stuff out of the way that you don't need, and we'll get going here momentarily.
So the key to this is to go as fast as possible immediately.
Yes, right out of the gate. Find a tempo. Try and hang with something. Staying moving is the overall priority. So if you go 5 and then stop and walk around for 20 seconds, most of your time is bled away. So I'm trying to find a time to keep it nice and methodical. Okay, here we go. We're going in 10 seconds. You were starting with your 10 handstand push-ups, 10 push-ups combo. And we're going in 3, 2, 1. You're hooked in and you're going. Try and stay vertical. Hips are high. Hand tracks down right in between the hands. Once you got 10, you can drop the hips, stay with the band. That's totally fine. Crank out your 10, or you can ditch the band, go for 10 regular push-ups. Whatever works for you. This sequence tends to get pretty spicy on the shoulders. So I would mod sooner rather than later because you got a long way to go. We got 20 seconds. Hopping back into the vertical ones. You're going vertical, you're going horizontal. Vertical, horizontal, 10 apiece. Ten seconds, try and sneak in 2 or 3 more. And 3, 2, 1, 10-second transition. Just enough time to hop out, shake it out, grab your bag. We've got 5 strict bag presses plus 10 bag push press. Yes, shoulders on shoulders on shoulders. And here we go. You're grabbing your bag, no legs for 5. And then adding the legs in for 10. If your shoulders poop out, feel free to just go nothing but legs up overhead. That's totally fine. But you're trying to sneak in some strict presses. Lots of legs. You're almost trying to give your shoulders a break on those 10. Getting through those strict presses is going to become increasingly difficult. Hang in there, guys. 10 more seconds. Get a couple more reps. And 2, 1, and you can drop the bag. Okay. Little break on the shoulders, picking up the jump rope. Just 1 minute. That's it. 1 little minute of jumping rope in 2, 1, and here we go. Jumping rope. Bit of active rest, possibly. Trying to find a rhythm. Trying to keep it moving.
Come on.
You jumped, we got about 20 seconds to go. Five seconds. 2, 1, and relax. Next sequence is bag front squat plus bag thruster. 10 squats plus 5 thrusters. And 2, 1, here we go. Very quick turnarounds. Maintain that front rack position, maintain that kettlebell, maintain those dumbbells up on the shoulders. Full deep squat for 10. And then full deep squat plus overhead for 5. Trying to commit to that squat depth. If the shoulders end up getting too smoked or the legs just don't have the gas to throw it up overhead, you could just stay with your squats. That'd be totally fine. $20 seconds to go. All right, in 5 seconds, we're ditching the bag or our object into 1 and ditch. And in 10 seconds, we're going to air squat jumps. 2, 1, and here we go. Nice deep squat, trying to accelerate, get a little hang time. If stuff starts to fall away, grab that trainer. Big help in keeping it moving, keeping some depth, keeping some acceleration. This gets very spicy very quickly. You could break it up, go set of 5, quick shakeout, another set of 5, whatever keeps your depth, your acceleration, and your movement going. We got 20 seconds to go. Coach Tom heading into the trainer to keep it moving. Don't be a hero. Grab that trainer. It's all good. 10 seconds. Try and sneak in a couple more. We got jump rope coming up. 3, 2, 1, and jump rope. Oh, I'm sorry. 8 seconds rest. Grab your jump rope, find your space. Going in 5, and 2, 1. Here we go. Jump rope. So with this jump rope 2-minute rest, you have back-to-back opportunity to try and settle that heart rate a little bit. If you can include a bit of nasal breathing, fantastic. If you can get control of your breathing one way or another, try and calm the whole system down, get that into your rest. It's going to prepare you for your 2 minutes, which is going to be pretty. It's going to be pretty gnarly. Another 10. Got rest coming up. Keep jumping. 2, 1, and rest. Okay. A full minute. We'll go a full minute 10 just so my clock gets easier to manage. Minute 10, you can hear Tom's already got back to nasal breathing, trying to slow everything down, trying to recover, give yourself a chance to perform in the next sequence. Keep it moving, walk around, grab a sip of water. Okay, your movements are by and large exactly the same. It's just a 2-minute sequence. So right off the bat, making a decision. Do you want some more bands? Do you want to amend that bag, kettlebell, dumbbell configuration? Again, I'll holler out what those things might be as we get to them. And we're getting back to it in 15 seconds. Starting with 10 horizontal or 10 vertical, 10 horizontal on your push-ups. 10 handstand push-ups, 10 regular push-ups, and we're going in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Hop in. Hips are high. We got 10. 2 minutes. Plenty of time to hop in there and add an extra band. All good. Whatever keeps it moving. Getting some muscular endurance going today. Think of tracking your top of your head directly to the ground. Then lowering the hips, cranking out push-ups. You may elect to stay in the band. That's totally fine. You can basically go hip high push-up, head down to hip low push-up. Drop to the knees, add more bands. It's all good. Whatever keeps it moving forward. We're just about 1 minute in, halfway, 1 minute to go. Hang in there, everybody. Looking good. I like the strategies I see. If it's a rep or 2 and then a quick lockout, get a breath, that's cool. If it's 5 in a row and then a quick shakeout, it's all good. 30 seconds. Final 10. We'll have that quick 10-second transition once again. And in 2, 1, transition. Okay, we got 10 seconds. Find your bag. That strict press may be disappearing. That's totally fine. You can go all push press. And here we go. As soon as you are ready. If you want to try and sneak in a strict press, 1, 2, maybe 3, all good. If it's straight to the legs plus overhead, it is what it is. That's fine. Keep it moving. If you're going for it, that count again is 5 bag presses plus 10 bag push press. Try to contribute the legs as much as possible on those push presses. Give the shoulders a small break. Still productive. Still conducive to heart rate. We got 1 minute to go. If the strict presses disappear, all good. If it turns into 1 or 2 or 3 instead of 5, all good. Home stretch, last 20 seconds. Coming up, you got jump rope. A little relief to the system. 10 seconds. Get a couple more. 3, 2, 1, and drop the bag. Find that jump rope. We got 2 minutes of jump rope. Going in. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Goal number 1 would be go unbroken for 2 minutes. Goal number 2, as few mess ups as possible. And if you're really feeling ambitious, trying to get a bit of nasal breathing in there. Looking good, keeping some motion going. Trying to find that zone. Best way to jump rope. Eyes up. Trying to focus on a spot on the wall or off in the distance. 1 minute down, 1 minute to go. Focus gives you the best overall chance. Just find a groove and keep it moving. Last 30 seconds. Next up is our front squat plus thruster combo. You got your bag, you got your dumbbells, you got your kettlebell. You're squatting for 10, and then getting a full squat plus overhead for another 5. Last 15 seconds. Keep jumping, keep skipping. Two, 1, relax. All right. Find your bag, find your object once again. In 5 seconds, we're going. 10 nice deep squats, plus 5 all the way up overhead. And let's get it whenever you're ready. Full deep squat. Once you got 10 of those, full deep squat plus up overhead. This is a pretty challenging sequence. Your goal, A, keep it moving. But B, can you hold on to your object for the whole time without putting it down? A bit of mental toughness involved. We are 1 minute down, 1 minute to go. It's going to get into those shoulders a little bit, which have been smoked up until this point. Last 30 seconds. $15, get a couple more in. Five seconds. 2, 1, drop the bag. Squat complex, 5 air squats plus 5 air squat jumps. Coming up in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Once again, you can hop into that trainer. That's totally fine. You can hang on to the trainer for your air squats. That is totally fine if that keeps you moving. Body weight squat plus squat jump. those legs started getting gassed out, hop into the trainer, all good. Priority is to keep it moving. Minimal downtime. Easier said than done. A lot of mental toughness as those quads start to burn up. We got 1 minute to go. If you can get through this, you're pretty much home free. This is the top of the mountain. Those last minutes are going to seem pretty short by comparison. Last 30 seconds.
Oh, Lordy.
$15. Got jump rope coming up.
Ah.
3, 2, 1, and 10-second transition. Big opportunity here. 2 minutes of jump rope. Try and slow it all down. Yeah, you're swimming upstream a little bit. But
Going.
you can make some headway. Yep, you're going. You can start to work in a bit of nasal breathing, trying to calm it all down. Within the workout stress management, there's a lot of gains to be had here. It's not only just about working as hard or as hard as possible. You're trying to have some control over that fatigue. Trying to simultaneously keep it moving and find a way to calm it down. Can you do both at the same time? Easier said than done, of course. You can hear Tom start to work in some of that nasal breathing. Even if it's 2 breaths. Trying to get comfortable, get tolerance of that CO2 buildup. $30 seconds to go. And then a minute rest coming up. How much of this last 30 seconds can you commit to nasal breathing and then work that into your minute of true rest? Last 20 seconds. You jump in, 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1, and 1 minute rest. All right. Last sequence, a minute apiece. It's going to blow by comparison. We're keeping it simple too. No changes in between movements. You're going just vertical handstand push-ups. You're going just bag push press, no strict presses. Jump rope once again, just bag front squats, no plus up overhead, air squats, and jump rope to finish. We're almost there. 30 seconds. Finishing up with this final sequence. All right, into your handstand push-up configuration in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Getting vertical, hips high, tap the top of the head. We're staying vertical. Now, yeah, the shoulders probably have not much gas left. That's fine. If you do 3 and then a quick shakeout, cool. If you do 1 and then hold for a moment and then do another one to space them out, totally fine. 30 seconds. 20 seconds. Can you squeeze in 6 more? Just try and get your 6 and the time will be done. 3, 2, 1, and pop out. Grabbing your bag, just push press, no strict press. Use the legs. 2, 1, here we go. Legs and shoulders are probably on empty. That battery is blinking a little bit. No need to go all the way down to Coach Tom.
Huh? Oh.
Just push press. Hey, unless you really want to, that's fine.
Sometimes that feels easier. This minute's going to blow by. Can you hang on to it, not drop the weight? $15 seconds. Can you get 5 more? 5 seconds. 2, 1, and drop it. Find that jump rope. Come on.
10 seconds. 5 seconds. Jumping rope. Just 1 minute. In 2, 1, and here we go.
Come on now. Up your foot. Break after this or no?
10 seconds, yeah.
All right.
But this is the last sequence, so you'll be all done after this. Keep jumping. You got 5 seconds. 2, 1, and 10 seconds. Transition. You're finding that bag. Squats only. Front squats only. Coming up. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Front squats. Find a rhythm. 1, take a breath. Down, take a breath. Maybe you bang out 3 in a row and shake it out real quick. Whatever keeps it moving. Find a strategy. $30 seconds.
Ah.
10 seconds. 2, 1, drop the bag, go back to air squat jumps.
Man.
Just air squat jumps. By all means, hop into that trainer sooner rather than later. And we're going in 2, 1, and here we go. Trying to get some hang time, nice deep squats.
Oh.
Hang in there. Find a rhythm. 5 at a time. Shake it out. You got 20 seconds. Whatever keeps it going. You got just jump rope after this. Hang in there. Got time for 2 or 3 more. 5 seconds. 2, 1, and here we go. Grabbing those jump ropes in 5, 2, 1, and here we go. Final minute. this juncture, given it's the last minute, no longer about recovery because we're about done. You're trying to maximize, and you go fast, and you go single foot. You hear Tom up in the tempo over there. Don't worry about nasal breathing. Worry about finishing strong. Focus, balance, find a tempo. Fifteen seconds. Hang on, keep jumping, keep jumping. 2, 1, and well done. As soon as you are able, nasal breathing. As soon as you're able, take a seat, find a pigeon pose. Find yourself on the ground, let's stretch it out. We've got about 10 minutes. We're gonna settle in some good deep positions. A lot of good blood flow, a lot of good movements. You can hear Tom start to forcibly slow down his breathing. Again, promoting that recovery so he could be ready to work. Once you find that pigeon pose, trying to get long, back leg goes nice and long, chest and hips melt down to the ground. Hang out here about another 20 seconds and then switch. So a quick recall back to that strain indicator that some of you may have started. Let's switch to the other leg. Let's go pigeon pose other side. We'll all desync at the same time here in about 5 minutes. Get some stretching going. I can see some pretty stark differences between Tom and my output, me standing here doing nothing, and him working pretty hard. Settle in, nasal breathe. We'll get another 15 seconds on this side. And go ahead and relax. You're going to take a seat. Feet are going to be hanging out in front of you. Arms are going to go back behind you. Palms flat, fingertips pointing straight back. We're going to open up the front of those shoulders. So Tom's going to scooch his hips forward basically until he reaches end range on the shoulders. If you can peel your shoulder blades back behind you. A lot of shoulder work today. Trying to get some relief. Hang out, open up. Hang here about another 20 seconds.
Can feel that stretch on the inhale too on this, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Feel your chest, open your shoulders.
From there, we're going to stay seated, but we're going wide with the legs. Seated pancake. And you're trying to just drop your hands and shoulders forward as wide as you can with the feet. And just relax forward and into it. We'll go side to side in just a moment. For now, just let the chest collapse. Elbows are down. If you could, chest to the floor, that would be the goal. Relax, relax, relax. What's up, Lando? Miss you, man. When you gonna jump in?
Man, I miss y'all too, man. I'm looking at getting back with y'all for in about 2 weeks. I had to come in here and see Coach Tom on the floor. My wife called me up, but I had to see him.
Get your mind right, son. I'm coming for you.
My
Big week
brother,
next
take
week.
care.
All right, man.
Okay, let's pick a side, grab a foot. If you can reach up and over. Getting into that low back, the lats, QL, maybe a little bit of hip flexor on that opposing side. Again, trying to melt into it. And switch to the other side. Grab a foot. Up and over. Relax. We'll do one more after this. And then y'all are free to go. Wonderful Friday morning workouts. Looked like a ton of fun. I'm very sad that I missed the opportunity to do this one with you all today.
Can do the recording.
Oh, yeah, of course, the recording. Okay, from there, you're going to lay flat on your back. What's up, Dan? Good morning.
Oh,
You're going to pick one leg. It goes straight. You're going to cross one knee over. You're going to grab that foot. So other hand, other foot. We're going pretzel, yes. Flop that one over and then reach your other leg up and you're trying to grab that one behind and then smush yourself flat to the ground. We're going for a pretzel. Another 10 seconds. And then unwind gently and head into the other side. Same configuration. One leg is long, the other leg crosses over. Pin that foot down. Grab the other leg underneath. Relax and settle. Probably impossible, but your goal would be to get both hips, both knees, both shoulders on the ground. That is how flat to the ground you're trying to get it. Melt into the ground. And from there, you can go ahead and relax. So if you started your thing, go ahead and hit boom. That's going to, whoa, hello. That's going to end it. You can end and save up there in the corner. End workout, save, and now it'll give you some stuff. So looking back at that thing, I'm going to post my own, again, just as a control. And it'd be cool to just see what everyone got. Max heart rates, calories burned, all that kind of stuff. And then immediately, just watching this go down, kind of curious, do you happen to know what your max heart rate was, what your calories were? It'll show in the end. This is a good platform for a little bit of discussion, a little bit of talk about the importance of burning calories versus nutrition versus resting metabolic rate and all these kind of things. So if you have that data, go ahead and throw it up there. It'd be interesting fodder for a good discussion. Otherwise, well done today. Thank you, Coach Tom, for joining me this morning and giving everyone a push. Fantastic job, everyone. If it looked good and people were into it, maybe we'll do this kind of thing more routinely on a Friday just to spice it up, have some fun with it. All right, everybody.
See everybody. Have a good weekend.
Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you all next time.
Thanks, guys. Have a good weekend.
Later.